So imagine this, you try to stop fraud before it happens, even warn the federal government about it.
But then it doesn't work, and the scammer still gets the money. So frustrating. 13 Investigates reporter Sierra Putman joins us now with more about the victim in this case.
And the victim in this case is a former police officer, retired police officer. He reached out to 13 Investigates only after multiple attempts to protect his Social Security benefits. Dave Galloway is a retired police officer, but he still works full-time. So he was surprised to receive this letter.
Read the sentence where you realize, something's not right.
It was really the very first sentence. A transaction was recently attempted with your name and personal information.
Someone was trying to collect Dave's Social Security benefits. He called Social Security immediately to report the issue. He then went to this Kokomo branch in person multiple times.
So you tried to stop it before any money went out.
Correct.
Did that work?
No.
Another letter said Social Security was sending a payment of $894. Dave says it didn't go to him.
I've done everything they've asked me, and every time I walk through those doors, the problem gets worse.
At one point, SSA told Dave he would have to pay back twice the amount that was sent out to stop the fraudulent benefit payments.
It felt like extortion. I felt like I was victimized twice.
The FTC, or Federal Trade Commission, reported scams, including Social Security fraud cases like Dave's, cost consumers more than $12.5 billion last year.
However, adjusting for underreporting, that number could be as high as $158 billion.
Mary Miller is a spokesperson for the Social Security Administration's Office of Inspector General. The office investigates cases like Dave's. An OIG investigation does sometimes lead to an arrest. However, it's really difficult to recover money once it already goes out. The OIG only investigates. It's the Social Security Administration and the people working in buildings like this that have to stop payments before they go out. We asked SSA for an interview. The administration declined, but did send us this statement stating that it fights fraud at the national, regional, and local level. We asked how exactly it does that. No specifics were given.
Social Security is the top federal agency to be used by scammers to facilitate schemes.
Dave thinks the administration's policies and procedures were either not followed or need to be updated. Turns out his information was part of a large data breach, and someone also tried to open credit cards in his name.
The credit card companies were able to stop it without any problem whatsoever.
He wants to know,
how can I help you today?
Speak to representative.
Why couldn't Social Security do the same?
I can't believe I got through to you so quick. Usually I'm on hold for like 2 hours.
Over the phone during our visit, a Social Security employee told him his account was flagged. Only one check went out, and now there's an open investigation.
Once I get something that says this is resolved, it will be a huge sigh of relief. Look at her right there.
Dave hopes this hiccup won't come back to haunt him when he is ready to retire and receive benefits. So what should you do if you find yourself in this situation? The agency says you notify them immediately. You can also contact police and file a report online with the FTC or FBI. Dave did most of those things. He doesn't know if this was an isolated issue at the Kokomo office or part of a bigger problem.
And we've been reporting on the reduction in staff at Social Security agencies. Any instance or signal or sign that perhaps the staffing had a factor in this?
It's a possibility. You know, when the union representing federal workers has been saying that this was going to cause issues for consumers, and the worker Dave spoke to, you saw that in the video, actually told him they were taking calls for several offices because of these layoffs.
I just heard him calling that 1-800 number. I was triggered. Everyone knows how difficult it is to call these 1-800 numbers and ask for a live person. Can I have a live person? I need a live person. And sometimes they hang up on you.
Well, he spoke to live people, and this still happened.
Yeah. Thank you, Sierra.